All right, so we are live. Welcome to the journaling masterclass. This has been due for a while, and this is great timing because I just finished my journal, just filled it up all the way, and I want to talk about the transformative benefits of journaling. So, journaling has been a powerful tool that I've been using for years now. I've been using it now for at least 5 years. I started using it in college, and I have used it for many things. So I want to, in this masterclass, highlight some ways that you can use it, and then also some techniques and basically the approach to journaling. So my personal experience with journaling, like I said, it's been one of the most powerful and dynamic tools for transformation and expansion. When I think about journaling, I think about self reflection. Journaling serves as a platform for self reflection. I've been able to use it for manifestation, for self reflection, for inner healing, all different kinds of things that are talked about in the spiritual space. Journaling has served as a great platform for that. So, two of the biggest reasons you should be journaling is because the first one, it allows you to connect to your higher self, to your soul. And the second reason is because it helps you clear your mind. Those two reasons. Okay, I just got a text from my wife. Anyways, those are the two reasons that I want to. Those are the two biggest things that I want to talk about. So there are different things that journaling has helped me accomplish. For example, overcoming depression, attracting my dream partner, solving big life problems, connecting with my soul, healing, performing shadow work, also improving my lucid dreaming and improving my creativity. So those are a few many use cases for those interested. And now connecting to your higher self. Journaling allows you to find the answers within you. That's basically the summary when I'm saying connecting to your higher self, I'm saying that you'll find the answers within you. Questions that has helped me answer have been what kind of business should I start? What is my purpose? Why do I not feel happy? Those questions are questions that we should be asking ourselves because these are huge questions that can change people's lives. So the moment we can uh, start using journaling to answer these questions is the moment we'll actually make a lot of progress in our lives. So the point I want to make is that there's no more looking outside of yourself for the answers. You want to be able to you don't want to be at the hems or being subject to other people's opinions. My thing is you want to always be moved by your internal guiding mechanisms. You want to be moved by your truth. So whenever you make a decision, this is the way to do it. You consult with yourself. You ask yourself. You go from a place of authenticity. And journaling allows you to do that because it gives you a great way to answer your questions. If you have like there's a lot of questions that you can solve or that you can answer through journaling. Like the ones I mentioned before. Why am I not happy? A lot of people will look for the answers outside of themselves to be happy. They can do it from basically you can go to gurus or you can go to therapists or you could go the self-sabotaging way, which is you start to take on different vices, sex, drugs, money, and you think that those are the way out of your feeling of unhappiness. But now this stops with journaling. With journaling, you're basically able to have a conversation with yourself and understand yourself and understand why you act the way you do. And also, if you have any questions like, what should I do next? Through journaling, you can answer that question. Like, what excites me the most? What's my passion? What's my purpose? Like, those are important questions that a lot of people ask and they look for in the outside world, but in truth, the answers lie within you. And then when it comes to clearing your mind, do you think the same thought or do you feel stressed out all the time? Maybe you are stressing out about specific things in life. Maybe you continue to feel like you can't focus. Maybe you struggle with focusing. maybe you keep thinking the same thing over and over. So so journaling allows you to pinpoint the things that are in your mind and just like clear them out. Just like remove them, detox or clear yourself out. Because the moment you put something on paper is the moment your mind doesn't have to carry it anymore. And it's the moment you can actually begin to work with it. And because you now got it on paper, it's not within you anymore, and now you can begin to work with it. So this is the underlying spiritual principle is that journaling helps to clear karma, and I understand this first through the training that I go through. The arcane school helps me train, basically learning how to. Um, they have me journal every evening, reflecting on my day and really um, thinking about anything that has come up in a negative sense. Through journaling, I've been able to basically close the loops of specific actions or things that happen during the day. Um, by closing the loops, I mean you're basically clearing your karma, because when you journal and you're able to reflect on a specific situation, you stop it there. Like the moment you write it down is the moment you stop it there. So this allows you to clear your mind because it allows you to put it on paper, but also it stops the momentum that is created through these negative experiences. So if you have something that happened, you can look back and think about it, reflect on it, and now it has been solved. It has been put on paper, and you no longer have to think about it. So this aspect of clearing karma is very powerful because it can happen at the microcosmic level where you're just writing on the day to day about the day, or it could happen at the macrocosmic level where you're reflecting on your life and you're writing about your life, and then it allows you to kind of intake the the experience that happened, whether it be a traumatic event or whether it be a negative experience, and you can sit down with yourself and really, you know, investigate that and then solve it in a way where you're like give it the acknowledgement that it needs, and you're able to move on from that. And I would say that that is very similar to shadow work, because shadow work goes very much in line with journaling, but this is kind of the reason why people push shadow work. It allows you to heal, basically. So clearing your karma, you know, you can start all over every day thanks to journaling. Now, before I let me clarify also the idea of karma. I think that people get it wrong a lot, but to me, karma just signifies momentum. So whenever you have momentum and you're feeding that momentum, life will bring more things to you that reflect that momentum. So even like maybe I feel guilty because I did something in the past. I did something bad. So if I can acknowledge the fact that I did it and forgive myself and maybe pay my dues to the people that I owe them to that were affected, then that cuts the karma there. I no longer have that momentum there, that energy, those ties, and I can move on. So that's the way I see karma. So now, how does journaling clear the mind? So first, it helps you process your emotions. So you can use journaling as a self therapy, as a form of self therapy, basically to help you process your emotions. Um, it helps you clear out any doubts, understand why you doubt certain things or where negative thoughts are coming from. Then you can release them. So, like I mentioned earlier, look into your doubts, question where they're coming from, and then you can release them because now you understand them. And then also it helps you gain clarity on complex issues. So a lot of times we're walking around and we're thinking in our heads, how are we going to solve this problem? You know, I'm having issues. How can I overcome this problem? And with journaling, you could just sit down and start writing about the problem, and that allows you to see it from a different perspective. And then that allows you to stop that anxiety because you don't have to be thinking about it all the time. You're solving it in real time. So so let's go over that. You know, processing your emotions also is just super powerful. A lot of people don't know how to process their emotions, and they lack the emotional intelligence to basically understand what's going on with themselves emotionally. I believe that with journaling, you have a great mechanism for self-reflection, and that allows you to just no longer have to be carrying so much emotional baggage. You know, if you no more resentment, no more anger. You know, a lot of people often are walking around angry and they don't know why. You know, but with self-awareness and then with journaling, you can process those emotions and not bring more of that energy onto the world. And I want to talk about the inflow and outflow effect of journaling. This is kind of something that I realized as I was going through, as I was creating this presentation. There's an inflow and there's an outflow. There's an in breath and an out breath. Excuse me. Basically, you get the inflow from the higher self. You get the inflow from your inner wisdom. There are many aspects of ourselves within us. We aren't just this one personality. We are aspects. We are a multitude. You know, there can people mention in the spiritual community the inner child. In Jungian psychology, there's a lot of mention of the shadow, and then there's also many other archetypes that fit into that picture. You know, the ego, the id, the superego. That's from Freud. So like, there's different aspects of ourselves, and when we journal, we give these aspects a platform to express themselves. And in doing that, we get a lot of information. And through time, you will then be able to connect with your higher self, and you can get insights from your higher self. It'll give you the ability to channel that higher self. And there's been moments where I've been able to just write, and through my writing, I come up with things that I wasn't able to before, and it gives me the answers that I've been looking for. So this is one of the best ways to connect to your higher self, to connect to your inner self also. So anybody who's interested in that, this is one of the best ways. And an outflow. There's an outflow of thoughts. So the outflow effect is more of a cleansing effect. So as you're writing down your thoughts and feelings, you're releasing them. You're no longer carrying them on your body. You're putting them on paper so you can see them. Now there's not as much mental clutter and emotional stress. Um, so this dynamic of inflow and outflow is very important, because when you sit and you're writing on paper, you get the outflow first effect of clearing, and when you clear, you allow for the higher self to come in and also answer the questions as you're putting down the problems, or solve the problems as you're putting down the questions. That's funny. I just used the. I didn't mean to say that, but you know what I mean. So, anyways, the synergy, the combination of this inflow and outflow then leads to many different practices and uses for journaling. So, I think that this basic interplay between inflow and outflow is what is needed for a lot of people. It's what leads to every other journaling practice that is created from then on. So let's get into that. So there's many different ways to journal. You can journal for self-reflection and personal growth, goal setting and tracking, creativity boost, emotional release, enhanced memory comprehension, problem solving, gratitude practice, record keeping, stress reduction. The list can go on. I don't know if I put manifestation on there. No, I didn't. So there's like manifestation techniques that you can use through journaling. So there's so many different ways to journal. And all of these are very powerful. If you have any goals in your life or any specific things that you're working on, journaling can serve as a very integral tool to that. I've used this journal for many different ways, for many different reasons, many different purposes. I've used it to write down my thoughts. I used it to plan out my life. I've used it to draw out any ideas. For example, in this, let me show you through the camera. For example, this came up. This was me just talking about how to manage multiple interests. So I also use my journal to dream journal. So I didn't put that on the slide either. But you can use your journal for dream journaling, and that helps you enhance your lucid dreaming. So there's so many different ways to journal. And this all comes from, that interplay between the inflow and the outflow. Or some of these are at least an extension of that. Some of these might be just purely outflow, and some of these might be purely inflow. But the power is there. So great. All that's cool. How do I start? You might be asking yourself. I would say the easiest way is going to be prompt journaling. So it's super easy. You just basically take a prompt and you answer it. And this will train you to begin to use journaling. What I do is, I've done it before. Even right now in my own training, I get asked the question and then I answer it. For example, how often were you negative today, and how often were you focus on your personality rather than your higher self. So that allows me through these prompt journaling things, techniques. This prompt journaling technique, it's super easy, it's super simple. You don't have to think too much about it. You just answer the question and then move on, and that will allow you to see the benefits of that. So, with that being said, prompt journaling, I'm going to highlight the 30-day challenge. We're going to be doing a 30-day challenge in the community and helping people basically get develop that habit of journaling. So in these 30 days, you'll be joining the community. It's going to be a 30-day thing. You're going to have the access to my course and that I'm working on, and also you'll be able to join a community of like-minded individuals. So if you're interested in beginning your habits of journaling and you've been struggling and you don't know how to use it, then check out the community. I'm gonna link the community down below. It's gonna be in the chat bot, and then it'll be in the description once this video is uploaded. So how will the challenge work? So it's gonna be daily prompts for you to answer. Uh, you don't have to answer them, but this will be a way for you to get started, get your feet wet, and start to benefit from the technique itself. There will be weekly meetups so we can go over any struggles, any things that came up, really talk about what we've been learning as a community. And then there will be a support and assistance, so you will have the community and to support you. You know, there's individuals there that care about personal growth and knowing oneself, so you'll have that support from the community. And then you'll also have access to me. I can guide you in helping you understand how to use this powerful technique, different things that can help you out through your journey. And yeah, so that's that. Let's see. Join now. So yeah, just join now. Link in the description, link in the chat. Q&A. I don't think there's anybody here in the live stream, so we can skip this. But I really just wanted to shoot this just because I see people all over the place always talking about journaling, and I feel like it can be too complicated. It can get too complicated. Many people have watched videos on journaling and the benefits of it, but sometimes we don't even start doing it. And so hopefully with this masterclass you can understand, okay, there's a deeper aspect to it. I'm able to connect to my higher self. There's wisdom to be gained. And the goal is to ultimately have the answers to your own questions. Don't have to worry about seeking somewhere outside of yourself to answer those questions. So that's a quick little mini masterclass. Um, Let me know how I did. If there's something that I could have done better, if there's anything that I should be talking about, I'm just gonna chill here maybe for a few more minutes. If somebody's interested in asking any questions, anybody shows up. But other than that, we are chilling. All right, well, that's it for today. We hit the 20-minute mark. I feel like it was a little short, but things will get better. I'm committing to this monthly master classes. If you guys are interested, I will continue to do this on a monthly basis. And the for the 30-day challenges, I will be doing a new challenge every month. So I'm gonna be pushing that into the community and pushing that on the YouTube channels that I have. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. If you don't join this month, by the end of this month, also, if you don't join by the end of this month, well, the doors will close to join the community because I'm only gonna be, um, basically, I'm gonna be doing it by on a monthly basis. So the doors open a week before the next month starts, and they open after the master class begins. So with every masterclass, it will mark the beginning of a new month, a new cohort, and along the lines, you'll be having access to my courses. I'm going to be improving my courses on the monthly basis or on a weekly basis, adding on to them, and I will just continue to add more courses as time passes. If you are interested in joining a community of like-minded individuals who are on their purpose and looking to transform their lives, then join the community. Make sure to do so by the end of this month. If not, doors will close, and I will be locking them up until the last week of August. So make sure to do that. But yeah, this will be great because this will allow me to basically implement the spiritual practices because that there's a lot of lack in the community. I feel like there's a lot of information just in general on spiritual tools and also even like self-development tools like journaling. Like everybody knows about it, but how many people are practicing it? That's the real question. So with these monthly challenges, you'll be able to basically implement them and not worry about it. Also, the first 20 members are free. We're at number 14, so I did kick out a few people just because they didn't do the onboarding call. So there's space. There's like 6 spots left for free, and once things change, then we'll be able to. We'll once we hit the 20 member mark, we'll probably change that up. But yeah, just check out the community if you're interested in spirituality, self development, etc. Join the challenge, and I'll see you there.